Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to today's video. Today we are filling up the coolant system and trying to get that all bled out so we can keep the car running and keep it at a stable temperature. Not sure if Kent's coming over today or not. I do believe he is though. So whenever he gets here, he will be taking out all the rest of this stuff and then scrubbing the engine bay down with plenty of soap and water and degreaser. In the words of Jimmy Oakes, no funnel gang. Who needs funnels anyways? Got everybody here.
I threw everything in there.
Kent and Brian are taking the stuff out of the engine bay so they can degrease it and clean it.
Didn't I grab all of the
They're arguing about something. I don't even know what's going on right now. I'm gonna tear the transmission off here. I put this all back together and I started it up and it started leaking out of my thermostat that I just put in, which is it's pretty irritating. So I gotta take it all back apart and figure out why it's leaking. I'm really hoping that I don't have to put a bigger tap in there or something. I'm not really sure, so we'll figure it out. It's gonna be a bit of a short video. So yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna take the trans off this here and we're gonna start tearing all this extra crap off here. So you already know the deal. Time lapse. Alright, so we got the valve cover off, as you guys can see. This is what it looks like when you don't change your oil for who knows how many miles. This is absolutely disgusting. I'm not gonna put my finger in there, but the amount of sludge that's on here is insane. And then you can just see how stained this all is with oil compared to this. This has 150K. This has 250K.
Here, I got you.
Kent's gonna do it.
Look at that.
That's gross, dude.
It's like little bits and rocks.
So we're gonna take off the injectors, the exhaust manifold, the intake manifold, and then we're gonna peel the head off because I'm really curious to see what this looks like. Well, maybe not peel the head off. Kind of maybe we should do that at Kent's house. We'll see. trans off, got the intake manifold off, got that nightmare of a wire harness off, but it's all hanging by the O2 sensors on the headers. So we're gonna just pick that up tomorrow. The cool thing is, you guys don't get a video until a day from now, so we can do this tomorrow. Look at all these people. How'd this happen? Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a few days. We went so hard last week, I just needed a few days off to take care of, you know, regular responsibilities and stuff like that. But today I've got the M52 that we pulled out on the hoist right here, and then we've got the one that's going in. So basically, I'm going to get this thing completely soaked in degreaser, and then we are going to clean this all up, and then start taking everything that we need off this one and moving it over to this one. I'm currently waiting on Kent and Bryant to come over, maybe just Kent, I'm not really sure. Oh, I didn't know this had the knock sensors on it already. Oh, that's really cool, that's useful. I thought I was gonna have to switch those over. But yeah, so we got that all ready, and I'm going to start getting that going. With the VQ, we got it all started up, and we had some leaks out of course, what do you know, the coolant area. So I'm going to get more plumber's tape, Teflon tape, and then I'm going to get pipe dope, which is basically like a liquid pipe sealant, or not a liquid, but like a paste pipe sealant. I just want to take that extra measure because I really don't want to have any leaks, and I really don't want to have to take that coolant pipe out and retap it and put in a bigger fitting, because there's only so much that you can tap into. So I'm gonna try to get that done today if I can make it over to the store, but for now we're just gonna focus on the BMW stuff. So I'm not sure if I already showed you guys, but we got a full gasket kit from Rock Auto. So I'm going to get everything pulled off, get the engine cleaned, and then start the refresh process on this so we can get it prepared to put back in the car, because this thing definitely needs all new gaskets. I'm not really sure the condition of it, or you know, what it's been through. So we're gonna get it all prepped up, start the refresh, and then probably get it completely ready to put back in here, because I really want to compression test this, but given the design of the engine, it would appear we have to put the transmission on before we can compression test it. So I'm gonna get to work. The front main seal actually looks like it's fine. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea just to change it anyways. However, it looks pretty new, if I'm being honest with you. I don't know what all this crusty is, but I don't know. Front main seal looks good. There's no oil around it. It's actually like all everywhere else, so that's a good sign. Alright, so got pretty much everything we're gonna need off this engine. Got the flywheel off. This appears to be like a very new pilot bearing. This is very new. The clutch looks pretty decent. So it looks like this was probably swapped out at some point. But it does have the OEM dual mass flywheel. Unless that's not OEM, but I can't imagine anybody would get one of those for an aftermarket option. But yeah, got pretty much everything off here that we're gonna need. This actually has the plastic housing, I think. It feels like it's the plastic housing. The other one's got the metal one. And we have a new water pump and new thermostat and all that, so we don't need any of that stuff. So we're gonna get this out of the way and focus on that one. Alright, oil pan's all spotless, courtesy of Josh here. He sat here and went ham on this thing for a solid 30-40 minutes, got it all clean. You know, I had to dry it with that 80 pounds. You know, 80 pounds is always enough. So we're just gonna drop this back on here, screw it on, and that'll be good for the bottom. A lot of people here. Okay. All right.
A live performance.
Ooh, look at this gasket. Oh, okay. Well, that thing's probably not going to be able to be reused like we would do that. That looks fine though. That's pretty gross. Yesterday, I finished pulling almost everything I needed off this engine over here. The engine that we pulled out had the plastic thermostat housing, and these things are kind of junk. They're prone to cracking. And the metal one that was on the engine we bought, or aluminum, I think it's cast aluminum, broke right here. So the gasket was like RTV'd in there, but it was like pushed in. So it was really bad, and it was crusty, and it was failing. So we went on Amazon, we ordered a new one. Fortunately, they're only 15 bucks. Which is really, really useful. And then we ordered a rear main seal and a front main seal with the little tools that they come with from BMW, so we can install those pretty easily. The front main seal looks really good, and the rear main seal also looks really good, but we didn't change them personally, so I'm not gonna go off of, you know, visuals. But yeah, so we're gonna get those on here. We're gonna finish getting the engine all prepped to install. Alright, so I got the first purple power soak in, washed it all out, looking a little bit better. This is going to need a decent amount of pressure on it, but you can see that the steering rack is starting to get cleaner. As you guys saw, we started to clean out the engine bay on the BMW. We got the first spray of purple power on there, and then we washed it off, and then we re-soaked the engine again today. I had a couple things come up, so I wasn't able to keep on working on the cars today. I was able to go out and get Teflon tape and some sealant to put in my threads to try to prevent this from leaking again. So I did get that all tightened up in here, and I will be trying to fire this up again tomorrow and getting it bled out to see if we can maybe get the air out of the system and get it running stably. But yeah, sorry for the lack of content. I've been a little bit busy dealing with some things not associated with cars, so I haven't had too much time to dedicate time specifically to making videos. But I should be back on schedule. We should be able to pick right back up where we left off and make, you know, keep on making more on the progression of what we got going on here. So like I said, I'm gonna try to get this coolant system worked out tomorrow, and I'm also working on the wiring for my fans. So I'm gonna keep on working on that tomorrow and get those all wired up to my fuse panel and my switch panel. So, you know, hopefully we can get you guys more VQ content. I've also got something else on the way. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is because it's a bit of a secret, but let's just say this KA isn't going to be on an engine stand for too much longer. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching the videos. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.